For over 4,000 years, Egypt's desert has whispered secrets, secrets powerful enough to challenge everything we believe about civilization. Each year, the Nile flooded, turning barren sands into fertile soil. From its waters, Egypt rose, born of rhythm and eternity. Pharaohs were not just kings. They were gods made flesh, bridges uniting heaven and earth, guardians of divine order. Hieroglyphs carved in stone were more than words, they were sacred incantations binding memory, magic, and eternity together. Temples aligned with the sun became instruments of the cosmos, fusing worship, astronomy, and power into living stone. The pyramids mirrored Orion's belt, earthly reflections of the heavens, carved as eternal gateways to the stars. 70-ton stones were dragged by mortal hands alone, an enduring feat that still confounds modern engineers. Inside the Great Pyramid, shafts reached toward the stars, portals to eternity, or cosmic messages left for future eyes. Ancient texts spoke of Zep Tepi, the first time, when gods walked among mortals. Myth, or memory of a lost world. For Egyptians, time was never straight. It was a circle, sunsets reborn as dawns, endings transforming into beginnings. In the Valley of Kings, tombs carved in rock held treasures, guarded by silence, curses, and whispers of eternity. Explorers uncovered hidden tombs filled with wonders of gold, events that stunned the world, awakening fear of ancient curses. Mysterious deaths followed. Newspapers proclaimed Pharaoh's curse, spreading fear worldwide, fueling belief in Egypt's eternal vengeance against intruders. The boy king's golden mask gleamed brilliantly, yet many believed it carried a warning against disturbing eternity's sacred rest. Science explained tomb deaths as microbes sealed for millennia, but to many, this only deepened Egypt's enduring mysteries. Stone warnings declared vengeance, death would strike swiftly any who disturbed the eternal sleep of divine Egyptian kings. Every soul faced judgment, its heart weighed against a feather of truth, deciding paradise, or destruction in eternal silence. The unworthy met Ammit, the monstrous devourer of hearts. In her jaws, souls were erased forever, denied rebirth forever. The Book of the Dead guided souls, filled with spells and maps, a manual for immortality across eternity. Osiris, Lord of Resurrection, promised eternal life, but only to those who upheld justice, honored truth, and cosmic balance. Priests taught that beyond death lay a trial, no mortal escaped the weighing of the heart against truth. If the heart was lighter than a feather, paradise opened. If heavier, the soul was condemned forever. Ammit lurked in shadow, half lion, crocodile, hippopotamus, an ancient terror devouring souls of the condemned without mercy. Papyrus scrolls revealed 12 gates of night, each guarded by spirits, testing souls before granting eternal passage. Priests invoked Osiris with incense and chants, guiding souls through darkness, seeking resurrection in his eternal kingdom. Families left offerings of bread, beer, charms, small acts of faith, hoping for protection in the afterlife. Grave robbers risked everything for gold, yet many vanished mysteriously, fueling stories that ancient tomb curses were real. The soul's journey past 12 terrifying gates, each trial demanding courage, purity, and strength to reach eternity. Rituals with fire and chanting defended souls agai. Today, Egypt's treasures lie under glass, marvels of beauty, yet cloaked in unease, whispering mysteries time cannot silence. The Sphinx gazes eastward, carved from living rock, guardian of secrets, standing for millennia older than pyramids themselves. Erosion scars suggest floods and forgotten ages, hints that Egypt's monuments may be far older than recorded history. Inside pyramids, colossal granite blocks fit seamlessly, joints so precise even a blade cannot slip through them. Narrow shafts carved through stone aligned with stars, doorways to eternity, or messages for future civilizations awaiting. Carvings of Orion linked pharaohs with Osiris, binding mortal kings to stars, ensuring their eternal cosmic journey. At night, Giza mirrored the sky, 3 pyramids aligned with Orion's belt, earth reflecting the heavens above. Texts described Zep Tepi, the first time, when gods ruled earth before mortal kings ever held power. Statues of Horus, falcon-headed protector, loomed in temples, symbols of divine guardianship over Egypt's eternal destiny. Ra's golden boat sailed painted skies, myth that ordered time, carrying the sun and fate of men. Through chants and rituals, priests maintained balance, uniting mortals and gods, preserving harmony between life and death. Hidden chambers showed star maps, knowledge suggesting civilizations before Egypt, echoes lost but remembered in stone. Stone tablets held fragments of forgotten stories, ancient voices carved into silence, resisting modern understanding across time. Ruins half buried in sand whispered of temples lost, secrets consumed by desert winds yet never destroyed. Sealed doorways still guard treasures untold, warnings carved in stone, waiting within darkness heavier than gold. Canopic jars preserved organs, believed essential for eternity, vessels protecting the soul's journey into afterlife. Through sacred rites, priests transformed mortal flesh into an eternal traveler prepared for paradise's long voyage. Mummification preserved the body as a vessel, enduring proof of Egypt's faith in life beyond death. Pharaohs carried riches into eternity, gold, jewels, and sacred statues meant to serve them forever. Tombs became labyrinths, mazes of fear, guarding treasures and spirits against intruders forever. As dusk turned skies crimson, monuments stood eternal, silent giants guarding Egypt's untold secrets through ages. Funeral processions wound through the desert, chants, music, and tears guiding a fallen pharaoh toward eternity's eternal embrace under Egypt's skies. The golden sarcophagus gleamed brightly in sunlight, carried by loyal hands into vast stone chambers carved for eternal royal rest. Priests invoked mighty Osiris, filling sacred halls with smoke and chants, summoning resurrection to welcome the king into eternity. Murals adorned tomb walls, painted with radiant cosmic maps, guides through night skies, rivers of stars, and eternal mysteries. Scribes carefully inked papyrus scrolls with sacred spells, prayers, and maps, words designed to protect the pharaoh forever. Offerings of gold, food, alabaster jars, and sacred vessels filled the chamber, nourishment prepared for pharaohs on eternal journeys. Musicians played sistrums and drums, voices rising in solemn chants, songs meant to carry royal souls across death's veil. The golden sarcophagus was lowered into the chamber, surrounded by torches and prayers, prepared for eternity through sacred rituals. Massive limestone blocks sealed the tomb forever, walls carved to withstand centuries, guarding eternity from mortal hands and thieves. Above the pyramids, Orion's stars blazed brilliantly, eternal guardians shining over Egypt's kingdom of the dead through countless centuries. Centuries passed, sands rose and fell, winds shifted, yet Egypt's voice endured, whispered forever through endless desert winds. Temples collapsed, statues fell, but Egypt's legacy remained, echoing beyond ages, carved into history beyond mortal time. Obelisks pierced crimson skies, towering monuments pointing heavenward, stone symbols reaching immortality under the watchful gods. Even in ruin, sunlight pierced collapsed ceilings, illuminating gods carved in stone, glowing silently through centuries of dust. Scrolls and carvings preserved ancient voices, carrying messages across millennia, waiting patiently for us to listen. Treasures rest today behind glass, wonders of gold and beauty, cloaked in unease, whispering secrets we cannot answer. The Rosetta Stone unlocked forgotten tongues, allowing Egypt to speak again, reviving voices silenced for centuries. The Nile still flows, eternal river of memory, carrying Egypt's heartbeat across centuries, binding past and present. Luxor's pillars rise like giants, echoing long-forgotten prayers of millions, voices lingering within eternal stone and shadow. The pyramids endure as timeless guardians of secrets, standing against desert winds, watching silently while stars drift. The Eye of Horus, carved deep in stone, promised eternal protection, guiding souls safely through shadow into light. Day turned to night, as always, yet monuments whispered on, untouched by centuries, eternal in majesty and silence. Even today, the pyramids loom as reminders, civilization daring to reach eternity, stretching beyond death to stars. The desert erases footsteps and men, but Egypt remains eternal, carved forever in sky and timeless stone. The sands of Egypt are not silent. They whisper still. The question remains, are we ready to listen? We truly thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to discover more fascinating journeys into the past.